start, preheat your oven to 375 to really get a perfect pizza dough. Welcome back, everybody. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make an authentic pizza that I learned how to make when I traveled to Florence, Italy last summer. When I was there, I ran into a beautiful little family named lunchables. They taught me how to make this pizza from scratch. And now I want to give you guys the gift of how to make this at home. So to start off, you're going to get a plate of any size really, but you're going to want to have enough room for 3 individual pizzas. The serving size is 3. You can make more if you want, but I'm going to teach you how to make my preferred serving size. 1 just isn't enough. First, this is our dough plate. We have 3 of them, like I said. Then we have our pepperoni sliced by hand from me. Then we're gonna have our sauce that I specifically went out and picked the tomatoes and then mashed them up into a beautiful, robust paste. And lastly, we have my hand shredded mozzarella cheese. And now on to step 1. So to start, we're gonna take our first dough and we're gonna lightly spread our robust tomato paste. Oh, to die for. Oh, would you look at that? Wow. So after this, you're just gonna spread it all around like so. Make sure you have an even coat all around. You don't want to just focus on one spot. You want it to be a nice even ratio throughout the dough. That's an insider tip. Next, you're gonna take your mozzarella cheese and just spread it out just like that. That is beautiful. Once again, a nice even ratio. I personally like a medium amount of shredded cheese because I'm not really a cheesy kind of gal. Just a little wine break. You girls get me. Next, we're gonna take our pepperoni slices and place 2 or 3 of them at a time onto our, we have a little fasten. And now, it's brilliant. Okay, now we're gonna do our second one a little bit quicker. So once again, you know the drill. Just spread it out. Once we have a good amount of the sauce, our mozzarella cheese, lovely, and our 3 pepperoni slices. 1, 2, 3. So I haven't had one of these little homemade pizzas in quite a while. It just wasn't the same after I left Florence, Italy. It was such an experience, honestly. Just the environment and meeting that family really changed my life. They really welcomed me in, really taught me almost everything I know about making Italian foods. Another thing I learned is when you're gonna cook this, if you put 3 centimeters in between each pizza, the heat evenly divides and gets the most perfect golden brown toastedness around the edges of the dough. It's truly brilliant. Now, while the oven is preheating, we're going to get a special pan to cook this. When I was in Florence, Italy, the lunchables family taught me that if you use this kind of pan, it just cooks the pizza so well. So now we're gonna just place the pizzas inside this pan. The reason the lunchables family used this was because when the heat is rising in the stove, it really just makes everything a perfect heat and just like, when I tell you, this comes out so brilliant. You just get this warm feeling in your stomach as you eat it. It is incredible. Now we're gonna take the pan and set it into the stove. So now we're just gonna place this in here and wait. So we're gonna let the pizza sit in the oven for 25 to 30 minutes because that time frame, it just really brings out the robustness of the tomato sauce that I grew in my garden, by the way. It is a lovely hobby to have. I feel like every chef should just have a garden in their backyard of multiple vegetables. The Lunchables family actually grew their own tomatoes, basil, oregano, and so on in their backyard in Florence, Italy. And I had the privilege of having them ship out their homemade basil to me. And that is what we're gonna top our pizza off with today. It is really gonna set the tone for tonight's dinner. It's just gonna put me back at that dinner table at the Lunchables family home in Florence, Italy. It was an amazing time I spent there, and I want to share that experience with you guys. So it's ready now. We're just gonna take it out of the oven really quickly. Oh, this smells incredible. I cannot wait to eat this. So now we're just gonna place our pizzas onto our cutting board. So now we're gonna get our spatula and we're gonna move our pizzas onto our cutting board to really just cut these pizzas into some nice slices to just really get down and just devour these, honestly. Oh, exquisite already. This is just like I'm back in Florence. What a good city. Honestly, I think everyone should try and go at least once in their lifetime. It is truly magical. So now, quick wine break. Oh, not on the coaster. Okay, so now we're gonna take our pizza cutter and we're just gonna hold on to the cutting board because you don't want it to get all crazy and just come out with terrible slices. Here we go. We're just gonna slice across this. Oh, beautiful. And then we're just gonna cut again in fours. Oh, this is just perfect slices. I think fours are pretty good starting because you really don't want to minimize the flavors. You really want to get the full experience and you want a pretty decent size to start out with. The Lunchables family actually split all of the pizzas into the most delicate slices and eighths. Oh, they were to die for. Honestly, Mr. Lunchables, he really knows what he's doing. He ran a restaurant actually all throughout the 30s in Florence, Italy. He was pretty famous and it was actually rated 5 stars for 10 years in a row, which was incredible. So now we're just gonna move these back over to plate. Oh, beautiful. These smells, I wish you guys were here and just could smell these. It is truly incredible. I can't get enough of these, honestly. Ugh, brilliant. I don't even care that they split up. It's still amazing no matter what. So now I took a pinch of the basil from the Lunchables garden in Florence, obviously, and I'm just gonna lightly shake the basil onto the pizza slices to just really get a nice array of flavors going. Ugh, my mouth is watering, honestly. And now, finally, I can dig in. Just gonna... Tastes just like the Lunchables. And paired with a beautiful white wine. Ugh. I did it again, honestly. There it is. Today I taught you how to make an incredible pizza that I hope you would try at home. I'll link all of the ingredients and where to get them down below. But for now, I'm off to enjoy my pizza and my white wine on my patio while I watch the sunset and pretend I'm in Florence again. Bye! No, that was stupid. Focus at all. You need to wait. I think it's refusing to focus because of that. Mini. Hey, what's up, you guys? I met this cute little Italian family, Lunchables. it. Lunchable. Okay, I gotta do it over again. You made me laugh. God, take it. You can't do this.
I am trying to keep a straight face. Don't look at me.
Next, we're going to. How do you make pizza? Okay, just spread it out. That's what she said. I love how I'm gonna cook it. Not wait to eat this. Don't get me touching it.
What?
Because they're gonna be like, whoa, she's powerful.
It's better. That's not.
It's like a pizza lifter.
That's to take out rice from a rice cooker.
God damn it. There we go. We're gonna take a spatula. Spatula. What am I, Medea?